Hello, my darlings. Happy Sunday. Welcome back to Scorpio Chronicles. You already know the vibes. I'm Aria, Destiny Advisor. And I was just thinking about a conversation that I had with a friend of mine. And she called me the day before and I gave her advice. And then we spoke again yesterday and then she gave me advice. And I don't know, I kind of felt triggered a little bit. But when I thought about it, why am I actually triggered by this? It's because maybe there is some level of truth to it, but here's the real moral of the story. When you are giving or considering advice from other people, you have to understand that we do not all want the same things, which is actually beautiful because that's what makes us unique. That's why we are unlimited beings, and that's why everyone really could have everything that they wanted without other people being in lack, unless they chose to be in lack, because there's enough to go around for everyone. Basically, the topic of discussion was relationships. So I can only give advice based on where I'm at in life currently, or where I'm heading in the direction of, just like she can only give me advice based on her personal experiences and where she is right now, energetically, mentally, all of that. So it dawned on me, like, you know what, we have to be more mindful. Well, not we have to be, you don't have to do nothing you don't want to do, but it would be in our best interest to be more mindful of the things that really matter to us, because what matters to you may not matter to me. And if it doesn't really matter to me, the advice could be, here or there. But this is why I always stress the importance of discernment and getting to know yourself on all levels, because it doesn't really make a difference that you want something different from somebody else. In fact, that's a good thing. That's what makes everybody unique, and it's better. There's no competition. It's none of that. But you have to understand, like, when you're taking life-altering advice from others, you have to take what resonates and leave the rest. If you know you deserve more and you want more, and you have someone giving you advice that's encouraging you to strive for better and expect more for yourself, that's pretty decent advice for the most part. But if they're giving you all this excess information that doesn't really pertain to you and your life or your style or your love language or your communication style, then you leave that right there. Still appreciate them for their gesture or listening to you or whatever, but you leave the rest of that information right there because you know it doesn't apply to you. And there's nothing wrong with that. And my friend and I, we were just talking about relationships. And in the midst of it, it could have easily, I think if we weren't both, consciously aware, it could have led to a much bigger misunderstanding. But because we're both kind of learning to remove our emotions and sometimes just think only from a place of logic, if that makes sense, it was easy for me to realize that, you know what, when it comes to relationship advice or whatever, for the most part, I wouldn't say everyone, but me and her, we would like to be in healthy relationships. But then I realized her version of a healthy relationship and my version of a healthy relationship are different. It's not totally off, but it's different. I care more about, someone who is working on healing themselves, because we'll never be completely 1,000% healed. But it's something that you're working on, which means you're able to grow, you're able to be flexible, you're able to expand your horizons and try new ways of doing things until you become the person that you want to be. That's the type of people or the type of person I want to date personally. She wants to date someone who can just be, a good father figure and a supporter. And there's nothing wrong with that. I want that too, but I just want the extras. I just want everything that I want. And that's when I realized it's good to converse with other people and it's good to share ideas and experiences. But at the end of the day, once you know who you are, once you know what motivates you, what drives you, what contributes to your overall well-being, you have to do what feels right for you. So I just realized in that moment, like, yes, we really should be a little bit more mindful of who we give and receive advice from, and just identify if you guys have the same morals or the same values or the same standards. Do they have a healthy level of self-respect for themselves? And even if it's something that they're working on, like one thing that she said, which is really important, and that's something I'm working on, just because I know when people just don't serve me anymore, and I don't have a problem letting people go, because I know what happens when you try to hold on to relationships that have served its purpose for you. And for me, because of my personal life experiences, I just choose to let those relationships go. But she did mention how there is beauty in accepting where everybody is on their journey, which I agree, because I tell y'all that all the time. We're not all on the same level of growth or development or expansion or healing, and we shouldn't all be at the same level. We have to go through things in our own timing that resonates with us at our own pace. Yeah, I would like to have people in my life, but honestly, I think I've become so accustomed to just loving on me and focusing on me, and I just personally don't have the wiggle room or the patience to just, I don't know, if I feel like you're not really ready to grow and evolve, I don't knock you. I respect your process, but you have to stay over there. And that's just my personal style, because I know myself and I know how I operate, so that works for me. But what works for me may not work for you. So no matter who gives you advice, even if it's good advice, if you're not ready to receive it, it's okay. Don't receive it. Do what works for you. Do what feels right for you. So yeah, just wanted to share that little experience, because I thought that would be super helpful. And try to surround yourself around people who can be on both ends of the coin, who can put themselves in everyone's shoe. Because even though we agree to disagree, we still were able to just be in appreciation and gratitude for being able to share our diverse ideals and still meet in the middle somewhere and just be like, you know what, that's cool. If that's what you want, I'm happy for you, because that's what you want. I know what I want, and I know why I want it. So it doesn't really matter what anybody else wants, as long as they're not trying to change what you want or convince you otherwise. And that's what I appreciate about this friendship, is because we just really allow each other to be who and how we are, and then we still find other ways to meet in the middle. So yeah, that's a good thing. To my next video, y'all. Peace.